That's when we went for Chaguo. Then I remember after Chaguo, I had to get back home early because the clothes I had borrowed. So, yeah.
Okay, question. Do you win the award?
Now, that's what I was coming to.
Okay.
So, I wanted to go. So I'm telling Fakimi I need to go home. You know, I've performed. My mission during Chaguo Teeniez was I perform, I make it good, then I go. So
you make it hard for the person who's coming after you.
I mean, I was focused on performance. So Faki's like, just wait. And I'm like, why am I waiting? So these people can just go awarding their friends. I'm okay, let me just go home. He's like, just wait. Unfortunately for me, I didn't realize how big Bad Boy was. So I went to get water. So me, I'm thinking, you know, by this time, you know, I've swallowed my pride, I've chewed humble pie after Ninanoki, and I'm confident enough just to walk in between the crowd to go get my water. I didn't realize how huge Bad Boy was. So I moved from backstage to go get water from one of the stations. And I have this group of guys running towards me. And I'm like, no, you can't be doing that. And I turn now no, it can't be this big. So I'm running, and before I get to Chocolate News used to happen around April, May.
Yep.
So when I was almost reaching the place where they were selling water, it was muddy. I skid and I fall. So I had mud. Nalikuwa nimeomba hiyo outfit. Ile outfit I was getting home early because nimeomba. Then I'm telling Faki, I really need to go home because see my life right now. And Faki's like, just wait. So I'm like, this guy is testing my patience right now. But we wait a little bit and they announced the first category and we win. Faki went and took the award because my situation was the way it was. And the second category, Faki gets the award because I mean, I have mad. And then there was a third, and I was like, did I just win three awards?
Tell me Faki went to get it again.
He did. I'm not picking up those awards. You're
not being photographed.
So Faki's there carrying the awards. He's like, you see, I told you should have said. I'm like, 3? So I'm talking to Francis like, I got 3. He's like, yeah.
You're back.
Yeah. I'm like, okay. Then I didn't realize, my biggest problems at that point in time was my clothes. So, and, Faki took the awards and everything, and I went back home. And I remember at that point in time, as I was cleaning up the clothes, just going like, no, letting it sink in. Because then it didn't sink in during the ceremony because, a lot was going on. I'd fallen down, I had mad, yeah. And it just began to sink in, and I'm like, I need a follow-up. I knew what a lack of a follow-up meant. So, yeah. So I called Lucas and I'm like, okay, so what next? Yeah.
So what happens now? Hey, I love this. First of all, congrats on those 3 awards.
Thank you.
And beginning to now return back into the scene.
So
now you're like, okay, you're a full-time musician. Let me get this straight.
Yes, now I'm full-time because, of course, I'm getting gigs. I'm being able to pay my bills and all that. And I've won these 3 awards. So I thought Bad Boy was just a Kenyan phenomenon. No. Bad Boy is hitting in Uganda. Bad Boy is hitting in Tanzania.
Yo.
So I started getting calls from TZ. Started getting calls from UG. And I'm like, okay. My mission was just to find my sound and everything. And now I have to think about this. And I mean, I was just grateful about that. And Lucas was like, yeah, I think we could do an album. Like, tell me, are we not doing? Then it's like, okay, fine, bring songs. I showed him songs like, I think we could do an album. And I'm asking Francis, what is going on? And Francis was like, don't worry, we'll do one. So Francis Zanu assured me that there'd be an album.
Your end goal was album?
Yes. Unfortunately, at that point in time, Logombas and Klepto were up in line. So I had to wait until Klepto, I think it was Logombas first and then Klepto.
Yep.
It was Logombas, they finished theirs, and then Klepto, and then I was next in line. So I had to wait, and the waiting was not good. I was like, I'm waiting again. So.
But are you dropping a single in this time?
Yes.
But and let me ask, you're not thinking of, I can work with another producer? That was never on the table?
No.
you're an Ogopa artist.
Yeah.
That was it was okay, I get what you mean. Okay.
I'd sort of found my sound and everything, and I was like, okay, let's stay. At least then what I was thinking about is, let me get my album.
I get it.
So, yeah.
And you're not signed on to Ogopa. Why are you?
I had not yet signed. So it was after Logomba's, after the album was released, and Lucas was like, okay, fine, we need to sign her. So, yeah.
Oh, okay. And what did signing mean? We're signing you to an album deal.
Yes.
We're going to record for you an album. There'll be royalty shares on this album and all of that. But you wouldn't pay in terms of cash for the album.
No, I didn't pay for cash for the album. What I did pay for was for the videos, but I'll come to that afterwards.
Okay, so no problem.
So we now started working towards the album.
And this is 2005? 2004?
Yeah, I'd say 5.
Okay.
And I was heavily now working on the album, and I'm like, yeah, Bad Boy was good, but I need like 2 more. And this time, because I'd started getting calls from UG and TZ, then I was like, Francis was like, think Pan-African. And I'm like, yeah, I'm thinking Pan-African, I'm writing Pan-African. So, by then I'd sort of, I'd tasted what it means to be out there. So I was a bit more focused this time. And so when I was writing the songs in the album, I was thinking Pan-African. Yeah.
And so what's the follow-up to this?
The follow-up to that was what I thought would be the title of my album, Tamani. And so then Tamani, I did Tamani.
Tamani was big.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's actually TZ, but the style was different. But then, because I was working towards something, I didn't... For me, then my mission was, from Bad Boy, I would build up to a climax. So it didn't matter if the song was like really big. No.
It's build up.
I wanted to have at least 5 hit songs. Tukika kumta, me and you, baby boo, zimamishuma. Kupass time tukiongea, hadi usiku na giza kuingia. Sasa miaka imepita na bado nakuhisi moyoni mwangu. Nimekumind toka zamani, penzi lako laniwasha vilivyo. Ninatamani kuwa na wewe, ninatamani That was my goal. So Tamani came out. I'm like, okay, we're building up and everything. So then I was still searching for another song.
And when that comes up, does your price go up? How much are you?
Of course.
Let's just be clear.
Price gotta go up.
Yep.
Yeah.
And at this time, Kisima has checked in.
So after Tamani, I remember I won Kisima. And I'm like, yes, we're building up.
And what did you win? You won best
female. Yeah, best female artist Boomba and best collaboration.
For Bad Boy?
Yes.
So that's big. Like best female artist Boomba, that's big.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
But I still didn't see the fellow ladies as my competition. I was after the guys.
But this curtain raising story tutawacha.
Mtakoma na hii curtain raising story ati female artist ndio curtain raiser. No, I'm not going to be anybody's stage warmer. So
fan base, let me ask. Are you beginning to see a huge fan base? What's happening now?
So then I could tell, there's a fan base that is building and everything, and I could tell they were predominantly women. So I realized that Bad Boy did a lot. The whole strong, brave female artist sort of thing was working. And Tamani was great and showed like a softer side and everything. But, I had to keep up with that. And I was like, I'm sort of getting an idea of who Amani, the artist, is. So I continued writing and everything. And then I wrote Missing My Baby.